award in that. Before we begin, just a very few announcements. To begin with, our restrooms are conveniently located way over the hill in the octagonal building as you came in. Ladies' room is on the left, gentlemen's room is on the right. There'll be one 20-minute intermission. During the intermission, our actors will be coming through the audience with hat in hand and witty sayings on their lips. If you've been here before, you know our summer productions are always free and always have been. 2 years ago, our board voted to make our indoor shows free as well, and free is good, right? It goes with our mission of making theater available and affordable for all by not having a fixed ticket price, but instead allowing you to pay what you think we're worth. So when our actors come through, please be generous. That way we can continue to provide the best in entertainment for one of the longest seasons in outdoor theater, 22 weeks from the 1st of May through the end of September. And we've got some great shows coming up. This feat was part of what the North Carolina Theater Conference recognized us for this year when they gave us the Community Theater Award. How about that? We're very pleased, very honored. Thank you. Let's see. Also, from now through intermission, our concession stands, our vendors, our tavern, sponsored by the Matt and Molly team, will be open at the entrance to the theater. If you brought your own and you run out, don't worry, we got plenty more. And there's always Uber, right? Okay, you got it. All right. We've got something really special here. The noted comic book artist Mike Grell we commissioned this wonderful poster of Robin Hood, and it's available here only. You can't get it on TV, you can't get it in any store. But wait, there's more. The proceeds from this we've been giving to various charities. Tonight, as you may know, last Sunday, one of our young actresses had an event on stage. She is doing very well at Duke Medical Center, but her family has incurred some expenses in traveling back and forth, and so all the proceeds from the sale of this poster will go to the Frost family to help them out in this time of need.
John, she's watching right now.
Great, she's watching now. Hey, yes. Carly, good to see you. The suggested retail is $10, but any donation from $5 to $10 will give you a wonderful poster. And they're available at the top of the hill. So our season continues tonight. Of course, it's the final night of Robin Hood. Next week, we open James and the Giant Peach. Yeah! All right. So bring the kids out for that one. It is a wonderful story of a boy's mystical, magical journey. And then in September, probably the greatest play ever written, Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Yes. That will close out our summer season. We got plenty more theater for you for another, 8 weeks. So no excuse, come on out every Friday, Saturday, most Sunday nights as well. All right, I think that's about it, except that it's time to take out your cell phones and turn them to silent or vibrate or even turn them off, because after all, you came to see a live show, right?
Right.
Yeah, you're paying attention. Our actors love to play in and amongst the audience. One thing they will do if they see you talking on your phone is that they will confiscate it. Don't laugh, I've seen it happen. And you wouldn't believe what we charge people to get their phones back. So let's avoid all that embarrassment, and everybody please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
State your name.
Do hereby solemnly swear.
Do hereby solemnly swear.
That I will ruthlessly ridicule anyone.
That I will ruthlessly ridicule anyone.
Stupid enough
To
answer their cell phones at a live performance.
To answer their cell phones at a live performance.
Yeah, give yourselves a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Take that message wherever you go. And now sit back, relax, and enjoy the final performance of Robin Hood, the Legend of Sherwood. Thank you.
Listen now to an epic tale of such daring as ye have not heard. How the valiant stand of one brave man caused all England's hearts to be stirred. Tyranny he opposed, and he rallied those who would fight for the right to be free. No archer was as he so good as our good friend Sir Robin Hood. Robin Hood, Robin Hood, you fought when no one else would. For freedom's call, you gave your all hail, Sir Robin Hood. All hail, Sir Robin Hood.
Come and get me! Stop him! Get him! This is your last chance to surrender, boy! Hold still, you little runt!
Let me go! Let me go!
Give it up, lad! No use to struggle! Thought you could get away with it, eh, lad? Killing the royal deer is a crime that's punishable by death!
I only killed the deer to feed my family. We're starving.
It's still a crime, boy. Prince John is generous to those who serve him. Perhaps if your kind were a little more loyal, you wouldn't be starving.
We serve King Richard. Prince John's an evil tyrant.
Silence!
You can kill me, but you'll never silence the cries against injustice.
You Saxon dogs are all the same. You broke the law, boy! Now prepare to die!
Oh! I'd like to hear what he has to say.
Who dares?
You both swear against a defenseless boy. How does your bravery fare against an armed man?
And just who are you?
Just a traveler.
Well then, travel on! This doesn't concern you!
Starvation, tyranny, it concerns us all, right?
Right!
Don't cross me, stranger!
Well, don't give me reason to.
We are punishing this outlaw here for poaching the royal deer! It is the law!
Seems a small crime, especially if these people are starving.
And since when does King Richard's business include killing an unarmed boy?
King Richard, where have you been? We're under new rule now. My orders come from the Sheriff of Nottingham, loyal subject to His Highness Prince John.
Prince John.
Yes.
The crown would better sit on the head of an ass. And to tell the truth, I would rather follow its brain than that of the prince.
He has a sharp tongue. I say we cut it out. Yes. Let's see if your sword is as sharp as your tongue. Come, tell me your name so I know who it is I'm about to execute.
Robin!
Much! Run!
Stop him or I'll have your heart! Come on!
Are you all right?
Yes. Thanks to you. Robin, is it really you?
It is. Much, my friend, it is good to see you.
And you! We had feared the worst. Robin, look out!
Robin of Locksley, I heard you were killed.
Well, as you can see, I'm very much alive now. If you wish to remain so as well, I suggest you drop your sword and walk away. There's been enough bloodshed today.
I am not a coward. I shall not yield.
The choice is yours. Do you wish to live or die? Now go. Tell the sheriff that Robin has returned and claim Sherwood to be protected lands in the name of King Richard.
The sheriff shall not take lightly to such treasonous talk.
Well, then say it with a smile. And tell him that as long as he chooses to administer tyranny instead of justice, it is he who is outside the law. And from this moment, I am the new law in Sherwood. That sword is no longer your property. It lies within Sherwood, and it is forfeited to me, as will be all else that enters my domain. Now, go! Get up. Does that hurt? You're bleeding.
I'll tell you what, that hurt more. Good one, James.
Much. What's happened here?
Robin, so much has changed since you've been gone.
Well, I can see one thing hasn't changed. I still have to keep you out of trouble. Now, what have you gotten yourself into this time, brother?
It's terrible, Robin. With King Richard out of the country again, his brother's taken over. He's ruthless. He and the sheriff tax the people, taking their land and their livestock. We're being starved while they and others live in luxury. Good common folk have been forced into a life of crime just to survive. And if they're caught, they're either tortured, imprisoned, or killed.
There are others.
There are many others. Some living here in Sherwood. Many you know. Will Scarlett, Alan Adale.
Will and Allen.
Yes. And with the sheriff taking their lands and now even claiming the deer in Sherwood as property of Prince John, we've all become outlaws. You should join us. We need someone like you, Robin. You killed one of the sheriff's men. You're an outlaw now, too.
Yes. I came home looking for peace, but it seems that the only way to have peace will be to fight for it. Here. Looks like you'll be needing this. Now where's your bow?
Back with the deer.
Come. Let's collect your bow and the deer. Tonight, I will be reunited with long-absent friends and will feast. Compliments of the crown. Tomorrow, we strike back. And soon we'll be free men again.
Welcome home, Robin.
How could you run us off the road?
I had no choice, Lord Sheriff. There was a tree across the road in the blind of the curve. We would have hit it.
And now, rather, we are in a ditch. How brilliant! See that the damage is repaired immediately, or the curve won't be the only thing that is blind around here.
Yes, Lord Sheriff.
Are you all right, milady?
It was a rougher ride than I am accustomed to, but I'm fine, thank you.
Sheriff, the damage to the carriage, it's quite extensive and it will take many hours to repair.
Then I suggest you get to work right away.
As you command, Lord Sheriff.
Cousin, it is not safe here. We should hurry.
Then perhaps you should lift the carriage out of the ditch.
By myself?
As if you could. Unload the tax money. We will take it with us and move on immediately. Two of your men will remain behind to repair the damage. We must get Marian to Nottingham before nightfall. We will continue on foot.
On foot?
Yes, on foot.
What is going on here, Sheriff?
I must apologize, Marian. That fool driver ran us into a ditch and the carriage is damaged. It is less than half a day's walk to Nottingham. My men will repair the damage and transport your things to the castle later.
Whatever is necessary.
could be a trap, cousin. This could be the work of the hooded bandit.
Hooded bandit?
Yes!
Don't worry, my lady. Merely a wild rumor spread by one of Gisbourne's soldiers. Something about encountering a hooded man in the forest. What was his name again?
Robin! And he claims Sherwood as his own, and he defies anyone to enter. He killed one of my men, and he only let the other one go free to warn us not to enter Sherwood.
He sounds quite dangerous.
Fear not, my lady. The whole story is a fabrication, and no one would dare harm you in my presence. I am the law here. No one dares defy me.
It is good to know you have things well in hand, Sheriff.
But my man claims it is true. He says this outlaw is as swift with his bow as he is with his sword.
I believe rather your men were drunk, Gisbourne. He probably killed the other in a brawl and made up the whole hooded man story to avoid being punished.
But what if he does exist, Sheriff?
If he is real, he is obviously insane to challenge my authority. Can he really believe that a peasant such as he can be any match for my highly trained soldiers? You don't have to be concerned, my lady. I do not believe we will ever hear of this Robin the hooded man again.
That's right, Maid Marian. Don't worry. If this outlaw dares show his face, he will become Robin, the hoodless and headless man, once I'm through with him.
I should tremble under the mighty words of the brave Sir Guy of Gisbourne, for he's a fearless knight.
What? Who is it? Show yourself! It's him! It's him!
And just who are you?
Robin. Robin who? What they said.
At least we know now what to put on your headstone. Guards!
So much for your highly trained soldiers, Sheriff. Who will you call on to fight for you now? What? Sir Guy of Gisbourne.
No.
The beautiful lady? I'll wager she is the braver of the two.
I need no woman to fight for me, Hood.
I don't know, Sheriff. The lady appears to be in quite good shape. Quite good. She may fare better than you.
Gisbourne, are you going to allow him to speak to me that way? Don't just stand there. What am I paying you for? Do something.
Get him! Get him!
No, you get him. Oi, hey, mate. What's that?
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Oh, wait. We'll go get him, Alan. Chop, chop. My, Sir Guy. The sheriff has abandoned you, it seems. Whatever shall we do with you now? Do you have any suggestions, my lady?
I do not speak to common thugs.
Well, I see that you're as fiery as you are beautiful, but why be so rude? Why call me a thug? You hardly know me.
Anyone who would kill an unarmed man is a thug, a brute, a savage, and many other things the lady would dare not say.
Do you wish me to spare his life, then? You must be fond of fools. Are you his betrothed?
Certainly not. But I would not wish to see a loyal servant of the king murdered by a thief.
Well, I am a loyal servant to our true king, King Richard. It is Gisbourne and the sheriff who are the thieves. They steal from the good people of England to fill their own pockets and those of Prince John. Well, I do wish we had more time, my lady, but I must attend to our brave Sir Guy. He seems in a hurry to reach Nottingham. I will help to lighten his load and speed his way. I do hope that we can continue this some other time.
You sly devil! Oh no! Ow! Okay.
Leave that alone. That doesn't belong to you. Mine.
No, it's not!
Yes, it is. Let it go.
You let go!
Let
Ow!
go.
Stop
I
it!
have never seen anyone run so fast.
What are you? What is this?
Stop it. Stop it. You threw it into my chest.
No, it's not.
Shouldn't we help him? This one. And miss this sterling entertainment?
Will, Alan, a little help, please.
Go on, be the hero.
Excuse me, my lady, but I must ask you to desist from your violent behavior toward my friend here.
Good job.
Please, my lady, I insist you stop.
Ooh, good day. We don't have time for this, if you please. Oh, I got it. Much. Just pick her up.
Look at me!
Oh, come
Look
on.
at me!
Shut up.
Stop it!
Come on, you know, not make
Alan, please. I can't get this. I can't get this. Oh, sure. Cheers. I didn't even notice this.
Come on.
Oh, come on! He gets the go, you get the chest. What am I supposed to get? Never mind. Hey, where'd Robin go?
Look, come on.
Come here, Alan. The sword's heavy. Wait.
Stop chasing me! You win! Go away!
Sir Guy of Gisbourne. You are such a coward. It is the one characteristic you share with your cousin, the sheriff.
Don't taunt me, you outlaw!
I am no outlaw. I'm the ruler of Sherwood. I claim this pouch as your toll for passage through my domain.
Take it! Thief! I will not stand for this. And after today, there will be a reward on your head.
Reward? How much?
At least 20 gold pieces, I would wager.
20. Is that all? Before I am through, it will be higher, much higher.
You think you're so clever, don't you? You can't win, you know. Enjoy your small victory while you can.
Small victory. You are lucky that I promised to let you live. Now, I want you to go back and tell the sheriff that this is only the beginning. As long as the people are subjected to unjust taxes and cruelty, we will fight. And every time we strike, it will sting that much more. Mark me. Oh, wait! One more thing. Give me your clothes.
Surely you jest! Oh, no. Oh, no, no,
And so the coward Gisbourne was spared to spread the news that the good folks back in Sherwood would no longer be abused. Robin Hood, our message is understood. For now Gisbourne goes without his clothes, all thanks to Robin Hood, all thanks to Robin Hood.
Let me pass. I have important business.
What makes your business more important than mine?
But you're just eating an apple. Now move. I haven't a quarrel with you. Just move out of my way. Look, friend, if you don't move, well, I shall have to hurt you. You hard of hearing or just die?
I find you both arrogant and rude, and in need of lesson and manners.
Look, friend, I've had a difficult day. I haven't a quarrel with you. Just let me pass.
You may pass.
Good.
When you can get through me.
Through you? You're like a great wall. Perhaps if I just climb over you.
You're welcome to try.
Down like an elephant you are, large in size, so surely slow and stupid.
Now you've done it. You've ruined my appetite.
I don't care.
Oh, you'll care when I crack that thick skull of yours like an acorn. Prepare to defend yourself.
Allow me to properly arm myself.
Touch the string of that bow, boy, and I'll tan your hide as many colors as a beggar's cloak. Do you need help? No. You can still run while you have a chance. Then you best make your peace with God.
Ready. What's so funny?
You! Bless me, you're either the bravest or the dumbest man I've ever met.
What are you all about to find out?
You'll have to do better than that. Oh, you're making this all too easy. Oh, elegant. Too bad you're not as swift as your tongue. Yeah.
Break like an ass.
You fight like a lass.
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, where did ye go? Did ye drown? Are ye all right?
Right enough.
Are ye all right? Did you drown?
Did you enjoy your bath?
Yes, join me.
Never. Do you?
Never! Bless me, you are a clever devil, and a wet one at that.
As are you. I'm Robin.
Robin.
Yes. The outlaw of Sherwood Forest. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Perhaps.
And you? What's your name, my giant friend?
I am John Little.
What? I can't imagine anyone calling you little. Join me. I'm in need of good men.
I follow no man, but I will journey with you. I have heard of you, Robin. Your cause is good and just. But answer me this. You knew you couldn't take me in a fight. Why didn't you run when you had a chance?
Because I never give up. And I never back down. And you? Why did you fight me when it would have been easier to let me pass?
Oh, I would have let you pass. All you had to do was say please.
Now you tell me.
Well, after you.
I've got to keep my...
Oh, slow one too, Robin.
Robin and his newfound friend journeyed back toward the merry men, back to Sherwood, where the people find relief. Robin Hood, a friend to all in this wood. When hope's astray, he leads the way to a future bright and good. All thanks to Robin Hood.
Oh! Ow!
Any luck?
Women.
And my thoughts exactly. Just don't let my wife hear me say it.
I mean, she's our boss, right? The least she could do is conduct herself like. Yeah. Much.
Yeah, Will?
Why don't you go and talk to her? Huh?
Any other ideas?
None.
Thanks a lot, Will.
Robin! It's Robin! He has returned! Robin, we were so worried. You're all wet.
Oh, yeah, it's a long story.
Our fearless leader Robin, we thought was gone for good. But lest we forget, he returns to us wet. Now baptized as Robin Hood.
Are you the leader of this rabble?
Of course.
Oh, yes. I can tell by the amount of respect they show you, Robin. Hood, is it?
My friends, allow me to introduce our newest friend and ally, Little John.
That's one I owe you, friend.
Keep track.
So, Little John. Your mother must have had quite the sense of humor. Huh?
No.
Will, what happened here? Much. What happened to your eye?
That's a long story, too. Suffice to say, I don't think our new prisoner quite likes it here.
Prisoner.
Well, the girl from the coach.
Well, I don't think it's a good idea keeping her here. We should let her go before they come looking.
We have everything from the coach.
Ah, but she could prove valuable to us, though. Could offer up for a ransom.
Robin, it isn't safe. The longer she's here, the more dangerous it is for all of us.
Where is she?
In there. I wouldn't go in there, though, if I were you.
You're not me.
Oh.
He's got a point there.
Oh, shut up.
Stop somebody around!
There you are. Why have you brought me here? What do you want from me? What have you done with my things?
My, but aren't you full of questions? What shall I answer first?
All of them.
Please, but first let us formally introduce ourselves. I am Sir Robin, ruler of Sherwood.
Sir?
Well, not exactly.
Yes, you are Robin Hood, the outlaw. That much I gather. Very well, I am Marian Fitzwalter.
It is a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such a beautiful and elegant lady. And now, to answer your questions, you were brought here as my guest.
Your guest? Is this how you treat your guests? I was attacked dragged through the forest, given no food or water, had my personal belongings rummaged through by drunken savages, and held prisoner. How exactly do you treat your enemies?
Anger is an unbecoming quality for such a lovely lady.
You are nothing more than a common thief.
Common?
The things you have taken do not belong to you.
You're right. They belong to the people.
They belong to me.
My apologies, my lady. If they're that important to you, I will have them returned.
That still doesn't make what you did right.
We were merely returning the money the sheriff stole to its rightful owner.
And that would be you, I suppose?
We take nothing more than what we need to survive. The rest we use to help the hungry, the poor, the homeless. I apologize, my lady. We meant you no harm. Besides, if I were to steal from you, it wouldn't be your gold I'd be after.
You've already taken my things. What more could you possibly want?
Just your heart, my lady.
Robin, the villagers are here. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you, Anna. I'll be there in a moment.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you, Robin?
Just tell the others I'll be right there.
Villagers?
Yes, there are many in need of what we provide. Would you like to see what it is we do here?
Bless you, Robin. I don't know how we'd make it if it weren't for you.
I only wish we could do more. How is your son?
He'll recover, but I fear he may never walk again.
Your son is a strong boy. My prayers are with you, Margaret.
Robin, I just haven't had the heart to tell him about his father. I just can't bear to tell him that he died last week. How? Why did this happen? I was working in the fields when the soldiers came. They said they were there to collect the new taxes, and I gave them all we had, but they said it wasn't enough. So they slaughtered our livestock and trampled our crops. My husband begged and pleaded for them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, and they knocked him down and started kicking him in the head, and my son tried to stop them, but they knocked him down, and before I could get there in time, they had trampled both of them with their horses. I am so sorry. What happened is unforgivable. I only wish there was something I could do. I thank you, my lady. But nothing can change what has happened. We can only hope that Robin will prevent it from happening to others. I had no idea things had gotten this bad. It isn't like that everywhere in England.
Do you think that matters to these people?
No, I suppose not.
Michael!
Robin, I made it. I finally made it here.
Where are your grandparents?
They're very sick.
You came here alone?
I had to.
His parents were killed by the sheriff's men too. His grandparents took him in. They lived 2 days' journey from here. James, Much. You're a brave boy, Michael. I am very, very proud of you. Go back with him. See that he gets enough supplies to last the month.
Anything for you, Robin?
James and Much will go back with you to help you with the supplies. Tell your grandparents that I will see them soon, okay? Get out of here.
Come on, lad. Let's get you fed and taken care of.
So, there is more to you than a lot of fancy words and a charming smile. What you're doing here is amazing.
I only do what needs to be done.
But at what cost? You're branded an outlaw for your actions.
I learned not long ago that some fights are worth fighting. Look at these people. How could I turn my back on them? If not me, then who? No, leave those.
No, it's all right.
Are you sure?
Yes, please. I think perhaps it is I who owe you an apology.
You couldn't have known. I can tell that you care about what happens to these people, unlike Gisbourne and the sheriff. Why were you with them on the forest road?
They were escorting me back to Nottingham at the behest of my uncle, the Bishop of Harrisford. He is my guardian and the administrator of my father's estates. My father died serving King Richard in the Holy Lands.
Fitzwalter. Your father? Yes, now I see it. I should have known.
Known? What?
I knew your father. I too served with King Richard. Your father was one of the bravest men I ever met. He died saving the life of a naive young soldier who foolishly thought he could single-handedly win the battle. Your father charged through walls of arrows and carried him to safety.
How do you know this?
I was that soldier.
My father...
Died, saving my life. I thought that I would never be able to repay him for his sacrifice. But now I see that I can. Marian, I pledge my devotion to you, to your protection. I am your servant.
That really isn't necessary. Robin,
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
You. What you represent. My father would be proud if he could see all that you've done. All that you are doing.
Robin, begging your pardon, Alan wanted me to tell you the scouts have returned. Word of what happened has made it back to Nottingham. Prince John is visiting and he is not pleased. And apparently, Gisbourne returned to Nottingham wearing only his undergarments. You didn't? Of course you didn't. The whole town is abuzz with your name, Robin. People are calling you a hero.
You've truly made a name for yourself now, my friend. Everyone's talking about Robin Hood. They're calling you the Legend of Sherwood.
Robin Hood! Legend of Sherwood!
Oh!
There's no turning back now. You started a war with the sheriff.
He'll try to retaliate, you know. He's already assembling soldiers to come looking.
Well, there isn't much time then. We have to move deeper into Sherwood so they won't be able to find us. Get Will, inform the others, okay?
Right, Robin.
We're with you, Robin! Robin Hood, the Legend of Sherwood!
They have no idea what awaits. They're treating this all like a game, but Ellen is right. There's no turning back now. This will be a war. People will die. We are greatly outnumbered. What have I done? Did I learn nothing from the Crusades? One man cannot do this. I'm a fool to think so.
You are not just one man. Look around you. Look at what you've done. You are not alone. But if there were one man who could make a difference, I believe it would be you.
Well, it isn't safe here for you. You must go.
I will. I'll go to Nottingham as planned.
Oh, no.
There, I will support you in secret.
No,
I can help you. I have access to Prince John and the sheriff and all of their plans and schemes. I can provide you with the information you need.
I can't allow you to do that. If you're to be caught, it's too dangerous.
I won't be.
It's too great a risk.
You need me.
I can't allow it. I just pledged myself to your safekeeping to allow you to put yourself in such danger after all that I owe your father.
If you knew my father, then know that I am my father's daughter. I'm going to Nottingham. I'm going to help you in every way that I can. And if you truly want to honor my father's memory, you won't try to stop me.
Okay. Well, know this. No matter where you are, we'll never be far from your side. No harm will come to you, as long as I am living. I swear it.
His Majesty, Prince John.
This is an embarrassment. This is a disgrace. Get up.
Yes, Your Highness.
I entrusted you to see Marian safely to Nottingham. Yet you allow yourself to not only be robbed and several of your men to be killed, but you will also allow Marian to be abducted by what you assured me to be a mythical character. Is that so?
Yes, Your Highness.
Yes, this hooded bandit, this Robin Hood, has accomplished several feats that seem to prove he is indeed real. Is that so?
Yes, Your Highness.
And have you anything to say in your defense?
Your Highness, I had no reason to believe the rumors to be true.
Oh. Well, according to Gisbourne here, he informed you over a month ago that Robin Hood killed one of his men and dispatched the other. Yet you ignore this?
Yes, Your Highness.
And now?
Now, Your Highness?
Yes. What do you intend to do now?
Believe me, Your Highness, this Hood has signed his own death decree. A reward of 25 gold pieces has been placed on his head, dead or alive. My men will patrol and regulate the forest road. When this Robin shows himself again, he is as good as dead. Mark my word.
Yes. Enough posturing. And what of Maid Marian?
I fear she may be lost at the hands of these forest savages.
You can put your fears to rest, Sheriff.
Oh, my lady.
Marian! My dear, we have feared the worst.
Your Highness.
Rise.
Please forgive my tattered appearance. I had to make a hasty escape.
Well, at least now you are safe.
Yes.
Bring food and water, quickly.
Yes, Your Highness.
Now, are you injured? Do you require aid?
I will be fine. I'm just a little shaken from the experience.
Yes. I must be on my way back to London in the morning. But I have instructed the sheriff to extend every courtesy to you. Should you require anything, he will see to it.
With pleasure.
The sheriff would also like to apologize for the incident this afternoon.
My apologies.
He also assures me that your safety is utmost in his mind and his top priority. Is that so?
Yes, Your Highness. At most utmost.
Good. I must be off, and I shall return here in 1 month's time. At which point I trust the little problem we discussed earlier will be taken care of.
Absolutely, Your Highness.
I look forward to our next meeting, my dear.
As do I, Your Highness.
May I get dressed now, cousin?
No!
No!
Mrs. Catherine, she will see to your needs. While you are here, she is at your disposal.
Lady, I am pleased to serve you.
Thank you, Catherine.
Is there anything you need?
I think my gown is in need of some repair.
I will see to it, and I will have a warm bath drawn up for you in your chamber.
Thank you. After what I've been through today, a nice warm bath sounds wonderful.
I would be delighted if you would join my wife and me for breakfast tomorrow morning.
It would be an honor.
Till tomorrow, then. See Maid Marian to her chamber.
Yes, Lord Sheriff, please, follow me, milady.
I should have you drawn and quartered.
But cousin!
Quite reminding me that we are kin. It disturbs me greatly.
I meant no offense!
And yet you have done me great offense in the eyes of Prince John. Now he thinks that for 1 whole month I
did.
I know that.
I did not mean to cast you in a bad light.
That is precisely what you have done.
Well, has the prince departed?
Yes, my dear. And after a brief and humiliating bout of admonishment, I am off the hook, as it were. No thanks to my good cousin here.
What else could I do? I said I was sorry.
Bring me Robin Hood's head on a pike.
I'm afraid it's not as simple as that.
And for you, it never is.
What I mean is, if Robin and his outlaws are hiding in Sherwood Forest, it may be impossible to find them. They have the advantage of thick foliage from which they can easily pick off advancing soldiers.
As I have already witnessed, yes.
So, entering the forest would be futile.
What then do you suggest?
Well,
Don't go into the forest. That would be a mistake and an unnecessary loss of men. You have to find a way to draw them out, figure out a way to lure them out of the forest, and then take them on your terms, not theirs. It is that simple.
I should give your job to her.
How can we lure them out? They may be peasants, but surely they're not that stupid.
Not by present comparison, no.
You have to find a weakness. Something near and dear to Robin Hood. Something so great that he cannot resist leaving the protection of the forest. Something he cannot refuse. An Achilles heel. Exploit that, and you have him.
Of course, of course.
Must I think of everything? He rails against the treatment of the peasants. Impose new martial law. Raise the taxes. Make punishments more severe for those who refuse to adhere to the law. Once Robin Hood gets word that his actions have caused the local population to be punished, he'll attempt to strike back even harder. And that's when you get him.
Yes, that's just it.
All in a day's work, darling. Where would you be without me?
Inform your men. Post the reward on Robin Hood's head. 25 gold pieces, 15 for those who serve him. Double the taxes. Any who do not conform immediately, burn their homes and tell them why. Tell them that until this outlaw is brought to justice, such will be the manner in which the law is carried out. And find me the best bounty hunter, bring him here. I plan to leave no stone unturned in bringing this little rebellion to a quick end. Oh, go! Go!
Yes, cousin sheriff. Cousin.
Yes, what is it?
May I get dressed now?
Yes, just go, the imbecile. Robin Hood, you arrogant fool. We'll see how arrogant you are when your head is on a pike on my castle wall. By the time I am finished, people will curse the name of Robin Hood, and I shall have the last
laugh.
Come on. Get going.
Move it along, scum. The gallows away.
Get back here. Get him. The gallows is too good for this one. I say we sentence him now and save the young man the effort.
Hold him! I want to be the one to do it!
You're in Sherwood Forest. What business do you have here?
It's him, Robin Hood.
We're taking this prisoner to Nottingham for punishment.
What is his crime?
Slandering Prince John publicly and attacking soldiers of the sheriff.
Let me see him. What do you have to say for yourself?
I spoke truths only while drinking in a tavern at Barnsdale. That one came at me. I defended myself. The others joined in. I had them bested until the barkeep hit me from behind.
For this, you are executing him. For damaging your drunken pride.
He was inciting treason. It's the law.
Well, perhaps in Barnsdale or Nottingham, you would consider speaking the truth, drunken or otherwise, a crime. In Sherwood, well, I offer this man my protection.
4 against 1. I don't see your outlaw friends with you.
I don't need them to handle the likes of you 4.
Oh, we'll see about that, Hood.
My thanks. You fight as well as they say, Robin Hood.
Oh, you've heard of me then?
There are few who haven't, I dare say. You're rather well known, even in the north.
Yes, it would seem that you're far from home. What brings you here?
Well, thanks. Nottingham isn't the only place with unrest. Prince John's corruption has spread. I'm a man without a home now. My home, my family. I had nothing left to fight for there. But you, I'd heard tales of what you were doing here. Seemed like the right place to be.
We are always in need of allies and good men. And any man who takes on 4 of the sheriff's men certainly fits that bill. What do they call you, friend?
Logan. Good thing you came along when you did, but what brings you so close to Nottingham? I hear there's a substantial reward on your head. Might not be the best place to be paying a visit.
Well, I have business there. However, having a soldier's uniform might come in handy.
You saved my life today. I'm indebted to you. Whatever gambit you have in mind, I will aid you.
I must go in this alone. But no man, even those in service to the sheriff's men, deserve to be left this way. We'll take his body to the abbey at Kirkley, as they will attend to him. Well, then meet me back here after if you want to join our cause.
You're as noble as you're fierce, friend. I will join you.
Welcome to Sherwood Forest.
About anything, do you? Oh, which reminds me of my husband. Have you seen the almighty Lord Sheriff?
He went to greet the friar.
Another guess. Lovely. What about you? Do you know if he knows? Well, never mind. You couldn't possibly comprehend such things anyway. Make sure that I was prepared. You wouldn't want to upset the bishop or the church.
No, milady.
And after you've finished, come to my chambers and assist me I want to look my best for a guest. I want to empty all those chamber pots. They need it. Oh.
I'd like to empty them over your pompous head. Oh.
That is not necessary. The lady is already under my protection.
No offense, Sheriff, but after the debacle in Sherwood, the bishop feels that Maid Marian's safekeeping requires further attention.
So he sends a holy man to do a soldier's job.
Don't let the robes fool you, Sheriff. I still have the strength to crush a man in my bare hands, if need be.
I meant no offense, good friar. I merely meant that men of God are not usually trained in the arts of combat, whereas my soldiers are well trained.
Based on their recent performance, the bishop feels that the training of your men is rather suspect. And as Maid Marian's appointed guardian, her safety is my duty.
The bishop's opinion is of no consequence to me. His authority is limited to church affairs, whereas I have been charged by Prince John with the administration of this...
You forget that the bishop is held in high regard by Prince John. They have a clear understanding, despite tensions between them. And seeing as the prince was incensed by your, how did he put it, total incompetence? Complete ineptitude? Now I believe it was your complete incompetence in allowing Maid Marian to be taken captive by a band of outlaws. He said that Maid Marian's protection would be top priority and you would be cooperative in every way possible. But perhaps I was mistaken. I'll just return to the bishop and tell him he was mistaken.
That will not be necessary. I was merely testing your resolve, good friar, which, might I say, I have found to be quite worthy. Since Marian's protection is of such importance to me, one cannot be too careful whom one trusts. But now I see she will be in capable hands. And now, would you care to join me in a small repast? Some libation, good friar.
The Lord did command his disciples to eat what is set before you.
And I can see you are a devoutly religious man. I will see that what is set before you is fitting for such a hearty appetite. Prepare a room for the friar.
Robin! What are you doing here?
It's been 2 weeks since we've heard from you. We were worried that you might be in danger.
I appreciate your concern, but I rather think you are more concerned about Marian. That is, if you are as struck with her as she is with you.
Really?
I might be jealous, except that I have grown quite fond of her. And I gave up long ago the notion of gaining your favor. I like her. She's got spirit. And she isn't like the rest of them. She treats me with respect and courtesy.
Well, how is she?
She is well. I will tell her that you asked of her. Now, you must be going before you are found out.
Well, but first, what news? Why have we not heard from you?
The sheriff has imposed martial law. No one is allowed to leave the castle or the city without armed escort. Marian and I have been trying to find a way to get word to you. There is much you should know. Since I am not permitted to leave, Marian has requested an old friend be appointed her personal guard so that she may be permitted to leave.
So the friar can be trusted.
Marian assures me that she trusts him with her life. You must be careful, Robin. There is a price on your head as well.
Yes, I've seen the reward posters. Not a very flattering likeness, I must say.
Neither are the methods the sheriff is using to catch you.
I know. The forest has been flooded with refugees, thanks to the sheriff.
He is telling people that it is due to your robberies that must be increased. And I tell you, Robin, as bad as the sheriff is, his witch of a wife is even worse. It was her idea to escalate the attacks on anyone suspected of being loyal to you. And she treats us servants as if we were beasts of burden. I'd like to burden that beast with the back of my hand.
Keep your wits about you, Catherine. Having someone privy to castle affairs is important to us, especially now. We need you. Shh, shh. Someone's coming. You have to go. Now, go. You there! What are you doing?
I was merely looking for my... Robin, you... Oh, you scoundrel!
2 weeks since I've seen you, and this is how you greet me.
What are you doing here? Do you have any idea how dangerous this is?
Well, I was worried.
So you risk your life coming here?
Another week of worrying about what had happened to you would have been an even greater risk to my sanity. I'd rather take my chances with the sheriff's men. And you have been much on my mind.
As have you on mine. More than I care to admit.
Oh?
Yes, well, it's just that I don't tend to think so much of something. Someone.
Someone. Me, maybe. Just a bit. And I feel the same way. Ever since I first saw you, there's been something that I've wanted to do.
Oh? What's that?
This.
You there! Unhand her! Unhand her, I say! What is going on here?
Oh, no, please!
I will not lower my voice!
No, please, it's not what you think! I can explain everything, please!
Unhand her, I say!
Oh, Tuck?
What is going on here?
One step closer and I'll cut her throat!
This will accomplish nothing. There is no escape. You're on my domain now. Release the girl, and I promise your death will be a swift one.
Oh, if you so much as harm a hair on her head, I'll tear you limb from limb!
Gisbourne, get in!
You tried to get her killed!
Mark my words, Sheriff. If it's a war you want, you shall have it.